Hey, I met little mama in the deli. She was a wetty. She was horny.
Honestly, I hate making upload videos and I hate seeing them as well on YouTube. So I'm probably going to title this something else. It's been a minute since I recorded, and as you can see, I've got a new mic, so hopefully the audio is better. Got some new lighting, and I've got this plant over there. It's not even fucking meant to be there. It's in front of the door. I can't go out or get in. And I have that painting over there. Like, it all looks good, right? But, you know, it's just things to keep your eyes distracted. I never used to record in my room because I just felt like it was very plain. Like, everything is so white around me. A few things have changed. I'm not walking around vlogging, I'm sitting down. Yes, everyone's in self-isolation, so am I. And you might be saying to yourself, does it take a pandemic to make you start recording videos again? And the answer is, I haven't spoken to my camera in a while, so it feels weird talking to myself, because I'm literally just talking. Okay, I'm talking to you guys, but at the moment I'm talking to myself, and it kind of takes a while for you to get back into it. But yeah, anyways, there's actually two topics that I wanted to talk about. Actually three topics. So I'm going to talk about 2020, social media, and COVID-19, or the coronavirus. So first off, 2019 was amazing for me, like in all aspects. I'm not gonna get into too much detail now about it, but I was able to accomplish a lot of things that I wanted to. You know, it obviously had its ups and downs, but I felt like there was a lot of self-improvement as well. I mean, I was able to pass what I would consider the most difficult year of med school for me. So yeah, I think all in all, it was really good. And I also became a lot more goal-oriented. Like, I was seeing that I was accomplishing a lot of things that I wanted to, and it kind of drove me to want to set more goals for myself and surpass them, because the feeling is really amazing, right? And so with that, all that momentum that I had in 2019, going towards the end of 2019, I go into 2020, and I did the one thing I've never done before: make a New Year's resolution. Yeah. I hate making New Year's resolutions for like a few reasons. I don't know if anyone else is like that, but I have like a few friends that are also like that. Some people, it helps them, but I've just always known that it's not going to help me, and you're going to see why. And I never make New Year's resolution, right? Because I'd rather just start doing something whenever I get the motivation to do it. Like, I'm not gonna lie, before even recording this video, I was considering either recording or drawing. And obviously drawing takes a lot less effort. But yeah, I'll circle back to this towards the end of this topic. And I also suffer from chronic procrastination. So if I give myself a deadline that's at the end, like that spans the whole year, it's like when you have an essay in university, right? I leave it till very, very close to the deadline before I start working on it. So if I give myself 12 months that I want to do something, best believe I'm probably gonna leave it till December 31st. So yeah, it's not gonna work for me. So anyways, I gave myself a few things that I wanted to accomplish this year, and I think maybe because I know that I'm someone who procrastinates a lot, and I had that in my mind when trying to approach these goals, I kind of went in the exact opposite direction. So instead of like procrastinating, I started trying to do every single thing that I could at once. So I was like juggling all of that, and going to university and having placements in the hospital as well, and trying to keep up with that and prepare for exams that I was meant to have. And it all just became really, really overwhelming. And like, it still is. I'm still trying to figure out how to deal with it. Well, slowly I've been unburdening myself, but I just realized I'm spreading myself way too thin trying to do every single thing at once. Like, they're all, I guess, skill based, so they require practice, and you can't be practicing like 4 different things at the same time. that require mastery over a long period of time. Like that will only reduce my productivity, you know, and in the long run, I think it's not a very good habit. And on the other hand, if I focus on just one thing at a time, I feel like it's gonna take a long time for me to be able to get to a decent level at it before I can move on to something else, like a few months or something, and then I think I wouldn't be able to achieve everything that I set for myself by the end of the year. So it was just a bad idea in the first place to have a New Year's resolution or a goal for the year. And I think there's an analogy of a guy trying to like get to a certain destination, but he has all this weight with him and all this baggage and load that he's carrying with him, and he's just sweating, and it's difficult for him to even get halfway there, and he's already like dying. And someone walks up to him and is just like, you know, you can just like keep them down. You can just drop a few things and go all the way, come back, get it, and then go all the way, instead of trying to take everything at once. And that's basically how it feels. Like, I think I just need to drop a few things and get to the destination for one of them, and then come back and get the rest. But yeah, I'm done with New Year's resolutions, and there are a lot of things that I'm really excited to achieve and accomplish. And yeah, I genuinely believe that everything is going to happen in due time, so I shouldn't be in any rush. Okay, so quick PSA. While I was recording, I was gonna release 3 separate videos, but while editing, I decided to combine the first one with the last one. That's all you need to know. It's gonna explain itself. The final topic, and this one is kind of short because I've been recording for a while now, and it's so much easier to have all these sit-down videos that I have to be going around recording or whatever. I still have some videos that I'm working on similar to the previous ones that I've made. I really enjoy making those videos because it helps me practice my editing a lot more. Like this one is kind of easy to edit. I'm just gonna cut and, you know, chop them together, chop pieces together. But yeah, I'm gonna have to, I don't know if I'll do it while this whole coronavirus thing is going on. Maybe I will. It might be easier to do actually, because a lot of the time the reason I don't do it is because I'm like, I get socially anxious sometimes, and recording myself in front of people can be nerve-wracking. Speaking of coronavirus, the final topic is, yeah, COVID-19. And fuck this virus, man. Honestly, fuck this virus for real. No, fuck the virus because it's killing like people and making people sick, and you know, shout out to all the healthcare workers that are still there in the front lines and dealing with this whole situation. I honestly can't imagine if I was in my final year and I was rushed into this whole thing. It must be really like overwhelming, so you know, props to them, man. But I'm low-key enjoying this downtime, and I've probably mentioned this in a previous video, but I'm mostly like an introvert, and I thrive in this. Like, you know what, not go out for ever, sign me up, that type shit. But you know, we actually got sent home from the hospital when Cyprus got its first case. Okay, so real quick, I signed my hospital placement this semester. I'm my 4th year of med school, and we're meant to have 3 rotations: surgery, primary care, and medicine. For me, like different groups have different orders of whatever they're gonna be doing. Okay, and so I had surgery, which is like the best one in my opinion, and then I was doing primary care, and during my last week, that was when we got the first COVID-19 case, and then we're told to go home and not go into the hospitals again for obvious reasons. The reason I'm kind of happy about it is because everything I heard about the medicine rotation was that it's boring, that it's shit, and that it just takes up a lot of time, and I wouldn't have time to practice for my exam or study as much as I can, so I should take advantage of the time I had while doing the other rotations. So I was dreading it already, and then this whole thing happened, and I was like, okay, cool, I don't have to go through that instead of having online lectures, which I really prefer, I can just do it in my bed or at my desk. I don't have to wake up super early, go into the hospital like for I don't know how many hours, just having it's basically having class but in a hospital, and you have to wake up and dress up for it. But yeah, so it's not like I'm on holiday or anything. Speaking of holiday, the most annoying part about this is I was really looking forward to this summer holiday, as I'm sure a lot of people were. But this was the holiday that I was going to travel the fucking world. Okay, not the world, but like 3 countries at least. Like every other year I always go to the same places, and it's just tiring. I was finally going to spread my roots to other... But yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. No one knows what's gonna happen with it. Everyone is speculating when it's gonna end, when it's gonna die down, and blah blah blah. But the truth is, we don't know. We don't fucking know, and that's what's annoying. Like the flight's already booked and everything, and now I don't know if to cancel it or just hold out hope till, I don't know, as long as I can. Because for example, China, they had their first case in January, I believe, or December, and it only started dying down last week, 2 weeks ago, like first week of March, because I don't know when I'm gonna release this video. So like first week of March, end of February, their cases started dying down. South Korea's cases started dying down as well, and Italy's started rising around the middle of when China's cases were rising, and they are having a worse mortality rate, I believe, than China. So there are a lot of things, there are a lot of factors that come into why that's happening. So you can't really like extrapolate the same data for every single country that it's already been to, because it could go to Africa and just last like a month, for example, or it could go somewhere else and last 7 months. So we don't know, and that's what's, I guess, making everyone panic and a bit frustrated about the whole thing. But I think it's so crazy how we can plan something, and like something so big and significant to us, and then it just gets like tossed aside because of a few strands of RNA. Fam, we can't even see this shit with our naked eyes, and this is the effect it's having on us. It's mad. I'm pissed. But you know, it is what it is. Like so many people's huge plans are having to get cancelled. Graduations, weddings, conferences, everything. People can't even go to, man, it's just really sad. But this topic has already been rinsed so much on YouTube and literally everywhere, so I'm not going to go too much into it. Maybe in a different video I will, just for the SEO, you know. But yeah, that's it really. Like everyone's in self-isolation, and it's very interesting. That's all I can say. I find it really interesting. I find a lot of things interesting. I don't know. What am I doing during this self-isolation period? Oh yeah, like in the other video where I talked about things that I'm trying to accomplish. So I am trying to use the time to, you know, spend on those things that I want to work on myself. And I really want to read more books, but I don't know, I feel like Netflix is just so much more tempting, you know?